into a new year. What is up? Sorry I'm late. I was going to play Auld Lang Syne for you and I couldn't find a guitar pick. Anyway, that doesn't mean I'm not going to play it. How was it? Did you have a good time? I just want you all to know that I have the instructions to not focus on anything negative. Okay? So that's where we are. Let's just start there tonight. And maybe a guitar pick will pop up. Hang on. So welcome to 2025. Yeah, that's a quote. I have that signed by Marianne Williamson. It's hanging on my wall. We're not afraid of our darkness. We're afraid of how powerful we are. Happy New Year! You haven't seen me since last year, since last night, right? Let us begin with, oh, by the way, one of my viewers sent me a brand new, I have this deck, but it's very, very used. And I am maybe going to open it. The deck that I have, the Psychic Tarot that I have, is like some of the words you can't even see because that's how I used it. Hang on, let me get some scissors. I'll be right there. Maybe I'll find a guitar pick in my travels. I don't see one. I always find guitar picks when I'm not looking for them. And I go, there's a guitar pick. And then I'm not needing it. And then as soon as I need it, gone. So, we're going to read what's going on. And I really want to let you know that the guidance that I'm getting from Spirit is that this is going to be a phenomenal year. Okay? That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Okay? Awesomeness is laughing. Isn't it true? When you don't need something, you keep seeing it everywhere, and then as soon as you need it, it's like, where'd it go? So, how do you like them apples? Yep. I heard little snippets of the bad news. How do you like them apples? 2025 is going to be an amazing year. All right? I just want you to know that. And I want you to, you might already know this, but I'm just going to remind you. The light is really, really, really strong in the collective. And I pay attention to that. And case in point, last night we had a great gathering. And if you missed it, I'm sorry that you missed it. But definitely it's worth going back and seeing what we did last night. We had a New Year's Eve party. I got this idea a few years ago. How about if I just spend time of reflection, gathering my viewers together, and I'm going to just start pulling books off of my bookshelf. All the spiritual books that have had the most powerful influence on me and that I really use to steer myself through life. And so we did that, and it's pretty, it's random in the sense that I don't know how many things I'll read or what books I'll read from. I just pick one up and read from it. There's always a theme that kind of stands out, and the theme of standing in the light was very strong. I want you to know that all these bad things that are happening are part of the process. Thank you, Warren, for putting my information up. I'm taking donations. If I helped you last year, please donate. I'm really dependent on donations, and thank you. Thank you to all of you who do, and if you can't afford it, I'm wishing you prosperity, and it's no biggie. Just people that feel like they can. Wow, these cards are amazing. I'm so used to them being so worn. So my guides have just been really adamant. And case in point, last night, this is how I know that I'm tapped into the collective. Because after we did our little event last night, and you definitely go watch it after this, I was just hanging out. I was just kicking back. And I live in a neighborhood where there's a lot of restaurants and a few clubs. And I didn't even really notice that it was midnight. And all of a sudden, I felt this wave of energy. I felt like this, whoo, like this excitement. And this has happened to me before, like during the reign of the New England Patriots. If I got frustrated and turned off the TV because it was just making me too nervous. Those of you that were Patriots fans back in the day, you know what I'm talking about. So I turned off the TV, and then all of a sudden, this happened a few times. I was like, that's it, they're going to lose, turn it off. And then all of a sudden, I'd get this wave of like excitement, and then I turned the TV back on, and they had won. So I'm just talking about that I'm tapped into the collective. And the collective energy and my guidance is telling me this, and I want to share this with you. We are not to be focused on the drama and the trauma and the evil and the cruel. Be aware of it. Absolutely, that's what we do here. But we are not to put mega focus on it, because it works against. It just takes energy away from what we're creating. So I don't even know. You know, I heard a little bit about something happened in New Orleans, and I'm praying for New Orleans, and I know that there's nothing, I can't physically go to New Orleans and console the people. So what can I do? I can pray. Right? Or intend, or whatever you're into. I'm not going to get all in my like drama, mourning, sobbing. It doesn't help anything, right? And so I'm going to do, I'm right now I'm just giving you the download. And so we're going to see terrorist attacks. We're going to see things that the dark side wants to use to freak us out. And how is the dark side at work? It's the dark people. It's dark and evil people. Right? Thank you for letting me know you know what I'm talking about. The guidance for me over the past 3 weeks has been step back, especially the past 3 weeks, and do not watch the news. So you know what I've been doing? I'm going to tell you what I've been doing. Playing high vibrational frequency music like Gregorian chants, like meditative music, and focusing on being quiet. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, because this is a guidance. Being really quiet, going inward, and being focused on gratitude. Did I post what from last week? Oh, Rose, we're gonna, I'll be, you all know that I've been dealing with a lot of stuff with a change in who helps me and with my admin stuff, and that's all in process, but it's slow because of what's going on in my family right now. But it will happen. It will happen. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, don't even speculate on what's going to happen. Awesomeness is saying, just enjoy your life. Sandy's saying she never thought she could give up the news. How about me? I have the Psychic News Network, and now it's really psychic, right? Pass it on. It's really important. And last night, yeah, despite everything that's going on, we're going to be all right. Last night, I pulled out a new deck, the Fairy Forest. I'll pick another one today, and the card that we picked was about resolution and healing and good things happening. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let's pick one of these cards. Thank you for being here tonight. I intend in this year, 2025, it feels funny to even say it, I intend for this year to grow my channel. It's like we're in two different, Brian's mentioning that we're in two different timelines. It is like that. Cops have been very active here tonight. See, they were just They were just here pulling someone over. That's what those blue lights were. It wasn't like orbs or anything. It's like there are two realities going on at once. Thank you, Warren, for yeah, just 200 people here tonight. Thanks for being here. I did a show with Kathy Beal a few weeks back, and she was talking about Kathy Beal, our resident astrologer. She's now doing shows with Cosmic Owl. Check that out; it's excellent. And we've been talking, and she's mentioned astrologically. It's like two separate realities are going on at the same time, and they are going to kind of merge at some point. This is what I'm picking up. They are going to kind of merge at some point. So there's got to be a bunch of us that are working on generating light. I really mean that. So that energy can be really strong to counter the darkness. And when they come together, it's going to be, we're going to have what we want. Yeah, Electra Storm is saying she had to turn off the news. Something terrible happened. There's no use in focusing on it. You can't do anything but pray and intend. So let's pull a fairy card. And happy New Year. For 2025, we're going to do a group hug too. Once we have 200 thumbs up, we're going to do our first New Year's hug. Chief Justice Roberts called out J.D. Vance for not following judicial orders. That's odd. That's odd. The thumbs up is not moving. Yeah, you gotta hit the thumbs up. When we have 200 thumbs up, we're gonna do a group hug. And also, I mean, I'm surprised at this, but we'll get to the cards in a minute. I'm obsessed with watching like what's going on in these like big celebrations, what's going on like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day at the Vatican. I grew up Catholic, but I've never been so pulled in. So there are a lot of portals opening for the light to come in. And I don't know about you guys, but if I watch the news, I just get really aggravated. So why would you want to watch it? There's something wrong with my thumbs up. I see it going up a little bit. And this year I'm not gonna get mad at YouTube. It's not even worth it, right? So what we have is okay, Ragnarok, destruction, ending, final moment. This is indicative of us putting an end to the darkness. It's the end of the darkness. Hang on, okay. Somebody's saying the guy that crashed into the people in New Orleans. I'm not going to read about that story, but had an ISIS flag. Terrorism is designed to terrify you. So our card for the new year tonight is Ragnarok, destruction, ending, final moment. What this means is we're going to have our final moment of the darkness. Gotta be with me. You gotta follow me on this. Here's an ISIS sympathizer. Yes, the dark side wants you scared. It's scary. I'm not saying it isn't. Okay, let me just read this to you. See, we might as well just know it's going to get intense. Might as well just know to expect it to be intense. There must be an ending, and it must come soon. You have stood between the forces of destruction for some time. This is for the collective. The light always wins. You have stood between the forces of destruction for some time, believing that to hold on and to maintain what is seeking to end has been the strong and right thing to do. But when this card comes, the end of the world, and while this card can speak of earth changes and cataclysms that begin with the sea and the land and the sky, it's more truly about the end of one time. Because the cycle is nearing not only completion, it must end in order for the new beginning, which awaits us, to be given the space it needs to enter and flourish. Please know that you are neither weak nor are you failures for letting this ending happen. Holding on is taking up all your energy and draining you, when the finality you are hoping to avoid will actually bring you renewal, truth, a raw primal moment when we can become our own true selves again. Cease exhausting yourself by holding on to what is already over. You cannot stop what seems to be destruction, but you can ready yourself to face what must be faced, to go through the hard time that will soon come, but which will bring you so much richness and so many opportunities. Let go and cease your quiet suffering. Howl, lift the sky with your cries of pain, but then sleep and know you will return with a spirit daring, strong, and reborn. That's the message. And it's just what I'm saying. It's exactly what I'm saying. We cannot say, oh, these bad things aren't going to happen. They're going to happen because change is happening. Wowee! If anybody puts anything in the chat about an inauguration of Trump, I'm not even going to pay any attention to it at all, not even a little bit. It's not happening. Let's read the Psychic Tarot. Definitely check out last night. It was really good. We're going to pull 3 cards about the dark side. Not the nefarious cards, just these cards. What's going to happen to the dark side? Thomas is back. People missed you? It's unbelievable how much people miss you. Madam President Kamala, exactly. Dad joke. My friend asked me what the 9th letter of the alphabet was. It was a complete guess, but I was right. Anyway. Happy New Year, Thomas. Thank you for a year of dad jokes. What's going to happen to the dark side? I don't have my nefarious cards. They're upstairs, so we're just going to read these brand new Psychic Tarot. Thank you for sending them. We live in an imperfect world. I mean, think about how much hell this planet has been through, humanity has been through. If you ever read about, or watch programs about the Middle Ages, oh my God, what people went through. Thomas missed you all. I didn't understand the joke either. I'm just kind of, just sort of winging it. What's going to happen to the dark forces? We're done sacrificing. They're going to be isolated. We're done with what they've made us sacrifice. And this is about alliances. This is really about the alliances that we have with the rest of the world. Okay, so what I'm actually asking is what's going to happen. I'm thinking Trump, Elon, all the bozos. I is the 9th letter of the alphabet. There's a lot on my brain. They're going to be isolated. This isn't the first time that I've seen this. Read the dad joke so I can read this. Isolated. Isolated. The Trumps and the Elons and the Putins. If you want to be uplifted, listen to, there's a Ukrainian choir singing the Ukrainian bell carol and Zelensky gives a Christmas message. It's really amazing. Dropped a card, didn't want. So what's going to happen to Elon and the Trumps and the Vladimir Putins is our alliances are going to be the bane of their existence, and they will be isolated, and they will be done with all the sacrifices that we've had to make and be with them being around. All right, so let's pull some other cards. Let's go to the Witch's Tarot. The 6th federal certification, I don't know what that means. If you can give me more information about what you're asking? Keep in mind, I know it's a Psychic News Network, but I've been demanded. It's been demanded of me to not watch the news. Okay. 3 cards about Elon said his team is investigating too. Investigating what? Yeah, the Ukrainian bells. It's called the Ukrainian bell carol. Is there going to be a certification on the 6th? No. Is there going to be a certification on the 6th? No. 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 Do you need me to change my mind on this? Yeah, the Ukrainian bell carol. I love to play that. So pretty. So many great arrangements of that. My favorite arrangement of the Ukrainian bell carol is probably George Winston, and I do have that music. It's a joy to play. No, right? You heard me say no. Expect the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. And because I'm on my little soapbox here about do not be focusing any of your attention on what you don't want to see happen. Do not be thinking that Trump is going to get inaugurated, okay? Expect the unexpected. Is there a higher intention that Carter passed away at this time? Yeah, I talked about that on Monday quite extensively. People can, when people cross over, they can help a lot more from the other side because they're kind of omnipresent. Let's pull, and I want to encourage you all too. And this is going to be a theme for the year. I want to encourage you all to practice your intuitive sense. Remember I was just talking about at midnight last night, I was a little preoccupied with something and I felt this wave of like, whoa! And then I realized it was midnight. Just tap in. When we go beyond our fear self, we really can get clear. That's really true. More true than you might think. So I'm going to, yeah, good. I'm really glad people are heeding the advice. It is straight ahead guidance. I don't ignore that. Don't watch the news. Don't watch the news. Okay, so I'm pulling 3 cards about January 3rd. Okay? And people are agreeing with me about definitely expect the unexpected. We're in territory that we've never been in before, and that's been the case for the past like 3 years. Thank you, Brian. Brian's saying a personal resolution, don't doubt me. Don't doubt Annette. I like it. You can doubt me though. Okay. Yes, you know your loved ones when they cross over. By the way, thank you so much for praying for my family. My dad's still with us, and He's at the end, but man, he had a much better day today. And my mom was really strong today. So thank you. It does work. It does work. Yes, there's sanctions on Russia and Iran for election interference. Let's focus on that, shall we? Electra Storm is asking, do I feel your prayers for my family? Let me tell you what happened, because I've been asking people to pray for my family because my dad's at the end of his life. I was visiting him today, and my younger sister showed up with my mom, and my mom was happy, and she was all like together and enthusiastic, and she wasn't crying. That's what your prayers have done. That's why I ask you for your prayers. So use that tool. I was like, I left there, like, you know, I came back here so we could meet tonight, and I was like, was that a miracle? Was that a miracle? 3 cards about this. Yeah, so thank you. That's my testimonial that it's working. And I believe that it works. So I'm reading about January 3rd. There's news coming. There's new information coming. Yep. By, you know, the players, the democracy players, the ones, the people the people that are not anti-democracy in our government. Thank you, Mary. You have no idea, or maybe you do, how much it means to me that you're praying for me. Prayers do work. Jamie is saying it's why my daughter is alive and well. Might as well use it, right? It does work. And the world. Yes, this is, on January 3rd. Let me tell you, can you even believe that Friday's January 3rd? Oh my God. Let me tell you, you heard it here. We already heard today. Let me see how I heard the news, because I'm not really watching the news, but I did hear. I think it was Rosie does Corinna do a great. I don't know if it's called Rosie's channel. They do a great covering, doing psychic news, covering the current news, and they're really good at finding out what's going on. I have to find out what their sources are. So Biden said that there were sanctions on Russia and Iran for interfering in our elections. Yeah, Rosie's insights. Excellent. I like to endorse channels here that are good. And Kathy Beale is great, professional Aquarian. Cosmic Owl, they do a great show a couple times a week now. And also, Rosie's Insights is great. I have no problem naming who's got the good channels and who are good channels. Yes. You were so excited when you heard that, but everyone was like, it was expected. I expected it. So, yeah, if you have a channel that you like, you can put it up there. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you even if I have another opinion. I won't do that. If there's somebody that you put up there that I disagree, that you like, I wouldn't watch the channel, I'm not going to say it. Because I think you should be able to express freely. The world card, so this is about January 3rd. There's news coming. That's the page. The Page of Wands. We have a message to communicate to you. The Page and the Knight means these are the people that are in our Congress that are Democrats. Thank you, Warren. No channels compared to Psychic News Network. I have no idea why my number of views doesn't go up. I have no idea. No idea. I'm not even going to worry about it. I mean, my numbers of views, when I look at them afterwards, they never go up. But thank you for being here. Let's not be distracted by that. The world there's news on the world stage that makes what's going on January 3rd. I'm not seeing Congress. I'm not seeing Congress being seated. And is that the day that they're supposed to pick a speaker? I think 45 will end up being totally discredited too. I don't think that Joe Biden is going to let Russia steal our election and destroy the world. Just saying. Once we get up to 200 thumbs up, we're going to do a group hug. It's going to be great. Okay, so January 3rd is picking a speaker day. I don't know. I'll show it to you next time. But do you remember how January 2023 started? Besides the Chinese spy balloons? I had the picture, the photo. And I've seen some people in their pro-democracy channels have this photo actually hanging in the background. I don't remember who. The picture, this is how January 2023 started. James Comer with all like members of Congress behind him. They couldn't figure out how to pick a speaker or what they were going to do, and Comer's just sitting there like this. That's where we were last year. These people are hapless losers. And I'm just being kind. Thank you, Alana. So let's do this. I mean, they don't even know the basics of how to get along with one another. They don't even know the basics of how to have effective communication with other human beings. Why couldn't the produce manager make it to work? He could drive, but he didn't avocado. Hang on. Thomas is making me think tonight. Will a Speaker of the House be chosen on January 3rd? I can't even tell you how quickly that went to no. How long did it take last year? Do you remember what we were going through? How many votes? Was it 16 rounds of votes before they picked Kevin McCarthy? 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Only to oust him? Oh my God. Thank you, Barbara, for putting up other channels that you appreciate. You were eating popcorn for days. Yeah. And it's, we kind of laugh about it, but it really, when we really think about it, our national security is at risk. If we're out there, our enemy's like, look, they don't know what they're doing. Very damaging. Very damaging. So sorry, Lisa, I didn't really catch what was going on there, but we're sending prayers. I'm going to pick 3 cards about January 3rd and the speaker situation. It was like a soap opera every night. It was, you know what it was like? It was like reality TV. Oh, we're up to 200 thumbs up. After I pull these cards, we're going to do a group hug for the new year. Thank you. More about what's going to go on there. These people, I really don't know how they got so bad at being humans. On Friday. Highly emotionally charged. Yes, remember McCarthy, thanks Joanna. McCarthy put his name on the door of the Speaker of the House before he was even elected, if you call it elected. Oh my God. It is going to be entertaining. I agree. It's going to be highly emotional. January 3rd, this is what I'm reading on. Highly emotional. Yeah, get the popcorn ready, that's for sure. 3 of Cups is actually January 3rd. Highly emotional as they try to steal our government, But the 3 of Cups is celebration of the Democrats. The freaking MAGAs in Congress that have no brains in their skull. I'm sorry. They're that hapless. And they're that corrupt. And they're that bad. How long have I been saying I see Hakeem Jeffries as Speaker of the House? And I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Hang on a second. I had a little Chinese food that my sister brought, and I'm thirsty. Just a little bit of rice. That was it. Oh my God. Trump is in a big plane with not enough gas on a short runway to, even if he gets in, he won't get in. Yes, it is time for Kamala. It's definitely energetically. Hey Maria, Happy New Year. Energetically, it is time. You're eating Chinese food right now this morning. It's time for the females. Oh, Warren, I don't even want to answer that question. But I do think that I already said no. Trump will not be attending Carter's funeral. Nothing could be. I mean, he already ruined Notre Dame for me. Hakeem Jeffries, majority speaker? Let's see. Will Hakeem Jeffries be the majority speaker? It's kind of like not quite, but I think it's going in that direction. What is the Chinese year? The year of the woman. I like that. Is anyone going to the peaceful protest? Honestly, Amanda, if my dad wasn't in his last days, I would be there. So if anybody can go to DC, I really would. I'd be there in a heartbeat. Extenuating circumstances are keeping me away from DC. The year of the snake, I haven't read up on it yet. It's January 1st really creeped up. We're going to do a group hug. Yeah, has anybody, yeah, the Chinese New Year is this month or next month. Yeah, so we'll keep reading on Hakeem Jeffries. Let's do a group hug that there's enough, that we've reached a tipping point with the light and the goodness. Yeah, Amanda, I'm just saying I would go to that. I would go to DC. I would. I'd drop everything and just go. That's how committed I am to saving democracy. And I hope some of you can go. So let's do a group hug that we really, really, really and truly see visually everything that we see. Wow, the light is emerging victorious. Okay? All right, that's where we are. Maria's in time for the group hug. Okay? Let's visualize it, the light victorious and tangible sign. Look, I have my candles on either side of me. The light victorious. And I also got guidance to have everybody light white candles. If you don't have any, go get some. Light white candles all week. Make sure that you don't leave them unattended. And we're also going to think about all the people who are lonely and struggling, and especially post-holiday, a lot of people feel depressed. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3. Group hug. The light is winning. It's obvious. We see it. We see justice. We see criminals put away. We see the end of the evil. It's held accountable. And let's send healing light to everybody that's struggling with hopelessness and despair. That they may know that they are loved and supported. All right. Thank you. We are not spectators. Thank you for saying that. We are creators. It's absolutely true. Why'd you retract your message? It's a great message, Rabia. I hadn't thought about it, but I need to start reading tea leaves again, so let's maybe do that on Friday. My days are all mixed up. That would be Friday. I want to pull a few cards about MAGA Mike, just to see where he's going. Okay, let's see where MAGA Mike is going. Please subscribe if you haven't already. You felt the energy flowing out of your hands. Yes, that is what I want you all to start noticing. MAGA Mike is going home. Yeah, see, that's what I want you. I want you to tune in. I want you to feel the vibes. Because you already do. You just don't practice taking it seriously. In general. People don't practice taking it seriously. Yeah, you got some vibes. Lisa's saying her hands get hot when we do the group hug. We are creators, so put your attention where you want it on Kamala Harris. Absolutely. MAGA Mike. He's going off into the sunset. It certainly appears that way. MAGA Mike is being found out that he's been trying to steal. They're all a bunch of thieves. January 29th is a lunar new year with the year of the snake. We are still in the year of the dragon till then. Yeah, I need to read up on snake before that. Yeah, Lisa, you said that MAGA Mike was going home. Is that what you meant? Because here's what I see. He's gonna keep trying to do his. He's such a good Christian. He's gonna keep trying to commit crimes. He's in cahoots with the Kremlin, and a lot of people are. And I get the sense with MAGA Mike that he just doesn't really know where to go. I could tell him where to go. I get this sense that MAGA Mike is just like, oh, what do I do with this, right? What do I do with this? Because there's new communication coming, and he can't stop it. He cannot stop the new communications that's coming. MAGA Mike is done. And I've read on him before, and I've gotten the death card. It doesn't mean he's going to die. He's done. Oh, he's such a weasel. Oh my gosh, you're right about that, Lisa. He's such... I mean, metaphorically speaking, when I see MAGA Mike, I just want to smack him. Metaphorically speaking. I would never smack anyone. Doesn't mean the feeling doesn't come up, right? Dun, dun, dun! Visualize this year being amazing. Trump will be on his way to the nursing home. You know what? Having now my dad in a nursing home till the end, I've been able to imagine Trump in a nursing home. That's an insult to weasels. That's funny. Wow, he's done. All right. Let's do this. Let's read on Kamala. Let's pull a few cards about what I want to really read on is I want to read on what Kamala and Biden know. So now we already have heard that Biden's putting sanctions on Iran and Russia. I haven't read the details about that because they interfered. That's the beginning. 45 is the same as you. You mean astrologically, and you want to smack him? Metaphorically speaking. Dumpy passed over on 12/31. What do you mean? To Walter Reed. Let's pull 3 cards about what Kamala Harris and Joe Biden know. Question, how about that one congresswoman who was institutionalized for dementia and the GOP kept quiet about it? Is that a question? That doesn't sound like a question. They hide things. Okay. Oh, you meant the same age? Okay. Okay, 3 cards about. Oh, by the way, I'm working on a Substack article, but I've just been preoccupied with things, so I haven't published it yet. Today or tomorrow, there'll be a new Substack article. Yeah, Kay Granger of the Fort Worth area. She was in a facility for dementia, and nobody said anything. Weird. Yeah, we did talk about her a few days ago. Yeah, I know who you meant. I know who you meant. I was just saying that they just don't tell us. I mean, the Republican Party should have. alerted people, but I guess a lot. There's hundreds of people in Congress, so I can see how that one would have slipped by, but they hid it, and that's not okay. Kamala and Joe Biden, they've really been in a big challenging time. This is like serious stuff that's going on in the world. I'll get to it, Warren. I'll get to my 2025 predictions. I'm often late with the, usually, if it doesn't happen by the first week in December, it usually is the first or second week in January. I am going to do predictions. Stay tuned. So as far as Kamala and Joe Biden, it's been very challenging with all the tumult in the world, on the world stage. This, I mean, what's going on energetically in the world has some feeling like the times of World War II. It's not, the guides are telling me it's not as bad. Hard to believe, right? But yeah, it's been hugely challenging. It's like they conquer one challenge and then another comes. Like one challenge and another comes. So this is about what Biden and Kamala are doing right now. And the Page of Swords is they're starting to get to revelation of the truth. They're starting to get there. They're starting to get there. And we did hear that, okay? So it's not going to be like, it's not going to unfold. Like, we're not going to get this big, like, here's the entire story. But it is going to gradually unfold. Oh, Michael Garrity's not here? Maybe he's busy tonight. We'll let him know on Friday we missed him. Laying the traps makes sense. Yeah, they're in, the Kamala and Biden are definitely, they are working hard. I mean, I am just feeling like, you know, when you have a deadline or something, or maybe when you were in college and it was like finals and you didn't even think about getting any sleep. You just went, I'll just see how I do on no sleep. And you know, that's the mode that they're in. There is so much work to be done. And this indicates the news about what they've been doing investigatively is going to start to come out. They're dancing as fast as they can. It is going to start to come out. Yeah, I don't want to hear anything about Trump. No offense. You just said that Lisa's saying Trump was on earlier talking about New Orleans. I have no interest in what, just so you know, I cannot even lay my eyes on him at all. They're at Camp David. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. They're making progress. They're at the beginning stages of it. Dad joke. Where do rainbows go when they've been bad? To Prism. So they have time to reflect on what they've done. Thank you for giving me a joke that I just got like that. I was looking for my bell. Bells and guitar picks. I just need organization, that's all. It was Biden, not Trump? Okay, because I don't want to hear anything out of Trump's mouth. I'm not interested. Great to be with you, too. If you need light shown, come to my channel. I'm shining the light over here. Literally. Literally. Don't forget, get white candles and burn those white candles and intend light. Junior is complaining senior's friends treat him like a moron. Go figure. Well, you know, all I can say about that is he is a moron. He's an addict, too. That's why I stopped watching Midas Touch. Yes, I don't watch Midas Touch anymore at all. Wow, now that you mention it, Damon, it's like I'm just realizing. Morons of a feather, that's funny. I'm just realizing it. It's true. I don't. No, I have not. And I was an avid viewer of Midas Touch. Every video. That's pretty extreme. That's interesting. Electra Storm is saying, why is Biden at Camp David? I think I just answered that. I vote we send 45 of Muskrat to Mars. Compliments of Starlink. Is that what you said? SpaceX. Since I mentioned Starlink just then, I'm going to pull 3 cards on Starlink. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, Midas Touch is acting like Trump is going to be president. I wonder if they're losing viewers. I am going to, yeah, I can't even, it's so interesting, I can't stomach it when somebody talks about that. I don't know how people are listening to it. Maybe I should do a reading on Midas Touch, but right now, I'm reading on Starlink. And what just flipped over is the 10 of Wands. There's work being done. It's challenging, but I get the Starlink is going to be taken out of Elon Musk's hands. There are people who were born to fight Elon Musk. Metaphorically speaking. Yes, Jessica Denson is a breath of fresh air. Exactly true. And notice what you gravitate towards, because your inner self knows. What do you call a sheep who can sing and dance? Lady Baba. Did you make that one up in your head? Ukraine has just signed a contract with Starlink with another company. That doesn't make sense. Ukraine has just signed a contract with Starlink with another company. You mean Ukraine has signed a contract with another company? That's not Starlink? Is that what you meant? Maria is saying she likes Michael Popak. I do too, but he needs to stop talking as if Trump is going to be president. What is wrong with them? What is wrong with them? I'm going to read on that right now. Will Musk lose his contracts with the U.S.? I did read on that, and with UA or the U.S. They're only in it for the follow. I'm actually going to read on Midas Touch. After what Musk did in Germany, he should be banned in the U.S. Oh, I don't know what to read on now. Okay, let's do this in a certain order. What's going to happen to Elon Musk? What if Midas Touch is in on it and is playing along? Well, we are going to read on that. We're going to read on that before we go tonight. We have 400 people viewing. Please hit the thumbs up. Thank you for being here. Jessica took down the felon all by herself. True. Okay, so I'm pulling 3 cards on what's going to happen to Musk and his contracts and everything. First that. What's going to happen to Musk and all the contracts and everything? He's done so many nefarious things, Musk has, that it's going to start crashing down on him like a wave. And there's somebody in a position of power, King of Swords. Who might that be? I'm feeling like this is NATO. You know, it's like, that's like how many countries in NATO? I don't remember exactly. Against Elon. And he thinks that he's like king of the earth? I don't think so. Countries. We'll read on Midas Touch, because now I'm curious, because somebody's saying, I think Midas Touch is being careful, 45 is already. Well, then they shouldn't be sending out newsletters that say they're not afraid. Because then that's like lying. And this is coming from me, who has always told you all, go watch Midas Touch, go watch Midas Touch, right? Always. We'd make sure we ended our Monday show exactly on time so we could all go watch Midas Touch. So we're talking about me as an avid, loyal fan of Midas Touch. Dad joke, who won the neck decorating contest? It was a tie. We've heard that one before, Thomas. It's funny though. This is NATO. This is Trump. This is Musk. I almost said Freudian slip there. This is Musk reined in. This is too many things pushing back on Musk. And this is NATO. Whoa, boy. It's King of Swords. That means that the sword of truth is coming down on him. I don't understand what you mean by that, Barbara, that you feel like Midas touches... I don't understand why you're saying they have inside info and are playing along. That doesn't make sense to me. Can you clarify what you mean? Yeah, it's not just Midas Touch. That's true. It's all the other democracy channels like Texas Paul, Hal Sparks. I haven't watched Hal Sparks in a long time. As soon as they, this is my barometer. As soon as they say anything that alludes to that Trump will be president, off it goes. And I mean, and I'm even talking about the show I've Had It with the Oklahoma girls. As soon as they say it, as if that's going to be our reality, off it goes. And if somebody gives me a donation right now, it's going to make my night. Because right now I'm looking at a number 0. Just saying. I love you guys. Tennessee Brandos, yeah, it depends on what he's talking about. I'll watch him once in a while. Okay, we're going to... I think NATO is going to be the entity that announces election interference to Sandy. That lines up with what I'm picking up on. Okay, so... yeah, okay, let's read on let's read on Midas Touch first. And then we'll read on NATO. Thank you, Jamie. Where did I put my bell? Here it is. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the dad jokes. Thank you for the group hug. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being members. Members, I promise I'm gonna make it up to you what you haven't received, like those affirmations. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Why didn't the lifeguard save the hippie? He was too far out. I like it. Thank you, Pam. So all I have to do is ask. Thank you, Maria, for being a member. Midas Touch. Thank you, Rose. I guess I just need to ask. Ring. Let's ring for the new year and for the donations. And thank you to all of you who send donations through the mail. Much appreciated. Thank you, Anna. Okay. So that's a good lesson for me. I'm going to start asking for what I need. Midas Touch. We're reading on Midas Touch. What the heck, guys? And thank you for thanking the donators. That's really sweet. You guys are awesome. So awesome. What is up with them? I feel like Midas Touch, I have felt this since the election. Thank you, Sandy. Yay. I have felt this since the election. And I don't know how they're thinking this, but they feel, I'm picking up that at Midas Touch, they're going, it's a little CNN-ish. Yes, thank you, Linda. It's a little CNN-ish. And what I mean by that is that when CNN went, I think we need to attract more of the right side. That's what I've been picking up about Midas Touch. Yeah, Roseanne can't listen to all that other crap either. Don't listen to it. Don't put any attention on anybody that's talking about Trump in the White House. The only thing we should be focused on, honestly, because it's part of the gaslighting that they're talking about Trump being in the White House. Yeah. And so if you're feeling that way, like you can't watch people talking about Trump's term, that's because they're trying to gaslight you. Why would we want somebody who's an enemy of the United States of America that colludes closely with our strongest enemy, who tried to take down our United States government, who violated the Constitution? who's promising to be a dictator, who is promising to do heinous things to people, why would we be going, oh yeah, well in the next Trump term, well, you know, during the midterms, the Democrats will get stronger. WTF? I really agree with Jessica Denson. I want to meet her and sit down and talk to her because we're coming from the same place. And it's not like, oh, it's all out, it's so like far out, right? Like the Thomas joke just a minute ago. It's because it's common freaking sense. If you love this country and you don't want to see us completely destroyed and decimated, and I mean that, I'm not exaggerating. The plans that Project 2025 has is complete annihilation. Thank you, Rabia. How can we best support President Harris once the info starts to come out? Keep visualizing. Keep visualizing. Yeah, Midas Touch, they actually are trying to do what CNN was trying to do, is slant more to the right. They feel very strongly about it. They need to lean more to the right. That's if Midas Touch is talking about the next incoming Trump administration, they're traitors. They're traitors. It's not just my opinion. Look at it. The whole time. And I just want to reiterate. I have Midas Touch merch. Every single PNN almost, I would be like, you need to watch Midas Touch. Thank you, Damon. Damon likes it when I rant. Look out. It gives me liberty to rant. I want to give a big shout out to Sidewalks for keeping me off the streets. Are Joe and Mika still on? I don't know. Does anybody know? Will it be Midas Future after this? We can maybe get into that next time. Because we're winding down. And I'm going to pull 3 cards about January 6th. Yes, we would cut it short on Monday night. So what I was saying, I'd say we have a hard stop at 8 so we can go watch Midas Touch. So nobody can say anything about me not supporting Midas Touch because I did. They betrayed me. Look, I'm up to like $80 in donations. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to, don't listen to the news. Do not. Instead of that, create your own news in your mind and focus on that. Create affirmations. Do I notice how bad, who looks? Ben? Oh, Ben. Being in that Trump energy constantly is taking a toll on him. He also has a new baby. Joe and Mika are still on. Remember what I said earlier about 2 separate realities existing at the same time? All right. I'm pulling 3 cards about January 6th this year. Tower card. That doesn't mean we're going to have a coup. Damn, I need to do my nails. If you think I haven't been busy with other things, that's evidence. Thank you for your donation. Appreciate it. Bring in the goodness. Bells really are good for clearing the energy too. You got an ear popper for Christmas, you're going to get some good use out of that ear popper. Has anyone informed the Midas Touch about the betrayal? Yeah. I will. I haven't yet. January 6th. January 6th, 2025. I'm going to unsubscribe from Midas Touch too. Damon, yes, Annette, you helped. I helped what? Make your New Year's great. Excellent. I'm really glad. I know people have a little bit of a letdown after the holidays. I mean, I'm going to keep my tree up until the 6th. But speaking of the 6th, which is a feast of the Epiphany in the Christian calendar, and I always was struck by that because the Epiphany is like the great reveal. And so what got revealed to us on January 6, 2021 was how um how dark and just vile Trump was to have, I mean, and everybody there was like domestic terrorists, you know, most of many of them that we hadn't seen before. It was a great reveal, right? So as far as January 6th this year, I think you're going to like this. Justice. You know what I like to visualize? A SWAT team coming into the Capitol and arresting all the insurrectionists. In our Congress. Not a SWAT team maybe, but just like, let's hold these people accountable for trying to take down our country. January 6th, I have justice. Jimmy Carter died on the Feast of the Holy Family, which was the 29th of December. Yeah, we're in that time right now. Today was the Feast of Mother Mary. If you're Catholic, watch the services at the Vatican. There were several today. And today is World Peace Day. And the Day of the Three Kings is January 6th, the Epiphany. Even if you're not religious, that's the energy that's going on, right? I mean, even if you're not Jewish, Hanukkah's going on, right? It's just there. It's just out there. Yeah, keep your tree up, you know? January 6th. King of Wands, that's Biden. This is justice, which represents Kamala. This is Biden, and this is the Tower. Which means there's going to be a disruption, and there, you know, on January 6th, there will be a disruption of the process. And Biden and Kamala are still in charge. Wow. Yeah, as far as the terrorist attacks that are going on, just pray. Just pray. You'd love to see a raid on Musk's houses. I've always seen Elon Musk being arrested somewhere not in the United States. All right, so we've gone a little over an hour. Michael, people were worried about you, and thank you for your gift that you sent. I finally opened it today, and anybody else who sent me something, thank you profusely from the bottom of my heart. What do you get when you cross a parrot with a caterpillar? A little walkie-talkie. little slow on the uptake there. My Harris signs are still up. Put your Harris signs back in your yard. That's a good way to visualize. All right. It's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you to all who have donated. If you're not able to donate, I send you lots and lots of blessings and love and prosperity for the new year. Before we go, I want to mention that last night's event, at the beginning, I led everyone through a process of letting go of something big and releasing it to go into the new year with a clean slate. So definitely do that. Definitely go watch that. All right, there's so much that we're going to be going over. I might do some extra pre-recorded videos this year because there is so much going on. Visualize Kamala in the White House and the whole gaslighting ruse being exposed. Is it 2028 yet? Oh, don't rush it. Just enjoy yourself. Keep your spirits up. Do what makes you feel uplifted as a rule of thumb. All right? Please book a reading. That makes me feel uplifted, and it'll make you feel uplifted too. PsychicAnnetteDion.com. I'll be down here until, downstairs with all the decorations until they come down after January 6th. All right. You had a good time last night, so check it out. Thank you so much for your donations and for being who you are. Please know that you are loved and supported immensely. We're all together in this, and we picked this time to be here. So stay in the light and book a reading. There's a special offer for people that are first-time readies, and I'll see you soon. Namaste. We'll be back tomorrow night for a short Grassroots of Democracy meeting. Bye. Be well. Happy New Year.